following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by spirits. Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas, I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver your latest timeless collective channeled tarot message from the download series. If you're here, it's by divine design. Remember to bring your intuition to the party, and if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences, repercussions to pay. If you have questions, I have answers. You can find the facts on my website, located conveniently in the title of this live. Raw, real, unedited, uncut broadcasts. And after these messages, we'll be right back. All right. So we've pulled your Alpha and Omega messages. We have a P and Q Oracle here. It says, this is Q's card. It says, watching A Long Way Home with the Boys in My Room. This was a movie I watched with the boys, A Long Way Home. It's about the doggy finding his way home. Watching it with the boys. You know what? This card has a lot of meaning for me right now, because if you've been following my experience at all, you know my grandchildren and my daughter have relocated with grandpa in Denver, and this is like, we don't know how this is going to go right now. It's just the best place for them to be right now. So, you know what? It's speaking to me personally. That could be relatable for you. Is I made the best of every minute I had when I had them, because I know the moments don't last. They're temporary and they're fleeting, and seasons change and things change. And I remember over the recent very strongly the last year, but even before that, it's like, I don't know how long they're going to live with me. At some point, I know my daughter's going to move somewhere else. You know, she's going to grow up. At some point, I feel like she will. So now that we're here, it's like, okay, I'm okay with it. I'm not stressed. I'm not regret. I'm not missing them. When I think of them, I know that they're having a good time where they're at. So there's that. It's about taking time to appreciate the time that you have while you have it, I feel. And especially with the children grow so fast, you know. There's the other thing here about the movie title, A Long Way Home. I feel like it's been a long way home for us spiritually in so many ways. So our first oracle message coming out from the Akashic Tarot today is Up in the Air, card number 18, which is Major Arcana, the Moon. And we don't really know how this is going. Didn't I just say things are up in the air right now? So much up in the air. But here's the idea. The title of our message today was Calm, Cool, and Collected. So things may be up in the air. You may not see every way things are going, but what you do know is you're calm, cool, and collected. Like, I think other people are more worried about me being on my own than I am worried about me being on my own, because I'm not worried about it. I'm okay with it, right? But others are like, oh my God, you've always had your children. What are you going to do now? And they like start freaking out, and they do enough freaking out for all of us, to be quite honest. As soon as I tell them, I'm like, no, I'm good. You know, so there's something here about a long way home. It's a 12-hour drive to where my daughter's at. So I'm just saying, like, is it long distance traveling? For some, definitely going on here. Is it moving to home or away from home? Major changes surrounding your home. Again, making sure, reminiscing kind of, and looking back in nostalgia. That came out in another reading we did recently, talking about, you know, looking back at, right now it's talking about looking back at how you successfully navigated an experience that's now outrun its course. Its natural life course of action has shifted to another phase. Okay. Things are up in the air. There's some things we don't know. Let's go into the tea leaf fortune cards and see what they will show. 3 factors where there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. The bottom of the deck, we have pay attention to your work. Pay attention to your work. Yeah, I hear that's what you've been very good at doing. You've been paying attention to your work. You've been handling business. Like I said, when you had something to do in front of you that was important to you, you did it while it was there. You took advantage of the opportunities you have when you have them. Okay. You get about your business when it's time to be done. Interestingly enough, during the pre-show shuffle, I had a phone call come through, and I was like, just ignore it. I know who that is. And Spirit was like, nope, take the call. So I took the call, and it was a business call for the nails. And it was like the opportunity to handle business right there on the phone. They're like, nope, take the call. And it was like, okay, well, I could try to make a deal for this later. Nope. They said, give it to her straight. I'm like, okay. So I gave it to her straight. And here we are. So the first card that came out from the deck today. So there's something there about that. There's definitely something there about that phone call. The first card that came out was the angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Now, I want you to know that all 3 of these cards came out face up, which in my experience has spoken more of things that you already know. So these are like known factors. So you know then that you're, spiritually guided and protected by angels. You know you have angels on your team. Praise. The second card that came out was the most difficult part of a situation is over. It's the rainbow. And the rainbow is here. So in the rainbow also talks about God's promise, right? So you know you have God's promise of protection, okay, in this experience. And the most difficult part of a situation is over. And this is what else you know. The box. You will receive a gift. And now they're showing me the reading last time that we did that talked about faith. Faith was a big word that came out. And they were talking about having the leap of faith, right? Taking a leap of faith into your, what was that title? Hold on a second. Let me look back in my handy dandy notebook. I know I wrote that. Yeah, I just wrote leap of faith. That's the only freaking note I took was leap of faith. So anyways, the title was leap of faith. Okay. Into your purpose or something like that. Into your new life, something like that. But it's talking about taking a leap of faith into all that. So let's keep going with our oracle messages to get it started. Overall guidance from the Divine Energy Oracle. What is the message? What is the most valuable message you have to offer for the love and peace and happiness? Try it at this time by divine design. Thank you. We're just going to give it time and let it come out. Now, there's something with that. We're just going to give it time and let it come out, because how many decks did we pull today? We pulled 14 decks today. We pre-shuffled 14 decks today. And when I was talking about that during the pre-shuffle, we said, there are 14 decks. That's 14 temperance energy. Okay, +1 + 4 = 5. That's Hierophant energy. Is divine timing. Okay, to step into your spiritual authority. Okay, to do the right thing. Now I'm hearing to do the right thing. Is divine timing to do the right thing. But it's like God is stepping in at this point is what I hear. Okay, God is stepping in. It says, correct your mistakes. It's time to do the right thing. Oh my God, you guys. So I had this big epiphany recently. And look at that. Laugh at your demons at the bottom of the deck. Totally applies. And let me tell you why. A few years back, I was out singing karaoke. And I wasn't drunk. I don't know what the fuck my problem was. I was not drunk. I know I had some drinks, but I wasn't drunk. And when I pulled out of the parking lot, do you know I backed into somebody's car? And I'm so ashamed to say that I freaked out and I just fucking left. I did not let nobody know that I hit their car. I didn't do anything about it. Well, I am now living the consequences and repercussions of that. Yeah. Because somebody tapped to the back of my car on the day that I was moving here, as a matter of fact. And I had every reason to not really report it or anything, but I was like, well, I'm going to report it because, that's what the fuck you do. So I reported it. And after I reported it, do you know I backed my car into something? So the energy of that came back to me. So what I got was, it's interesting, because if I would have judged the person like it was just a mistake, no big deal, we'll just overlook it, then it would have been overlooked for me. The karma that I didn't pay, because I had not paid karma for that, they're saying, when I backed into somebody and just took off. But because I decided, no, I need to go ahead and do what everybody does, which is file a report and file it on insurance. It really was no damage. And I can now see how my nephew had, 2 weeks ago, he had just changed the bumper cover. That's all my car needed, was the bumper cover and to be replaced. But because I decided that I needed to file the report and go with the whole process, and I did. And I did, and with no regrets, because that's actually helping me clear this energy out. I also had to be held liable for that damage I did on somebody else's car. That's why, for the first time in my life, I just crashed into something that was not even moving. I hit a fucking pole. I was like, oh my God. So now not only is the bumper damaged, right? It's got a little bit of damage on the bumper from my mistake, but it went like that far into the body. I was like, oh my God. So, I actually still haven't spoke to his insurance company about it to set up an appointment or anything. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think that's a problem, because I needed to see what the fuck was happening karmically in my life. Why the hell y'all needed to hear that experience? You needed to hear it because correct your mistakes. So if, he's a little old dude, he was just not paying attention. He was just distracted, like I was that night. But because I felt like he needed to be reported. So guess what? You're going to do something you never do. You're going to hit something too. Why? Because it was my own energy coming back to me. If I would have let the dude get away with that shit, guess what? Probably would have just had my nephew change a bumper cover out. Would have been fine. And at the end of the day, I don't have no regrets. I don't. I definitely have learned that, bitch, if you go hit. Now, here's the other part I forgot to tell you. Oh, my God. So then I'm coming home the other night. Having realized all this, I come home to catch somebody pulling out of the parking lot, crash right into the neighbor's bumper, and take off like nothing. And while I watched them take off, I got their license plate number. I did, and I snitched. I did. I didn't call the police. Just so happened the security guard was roaming around at that moment. I was like, did you hear that? Did you see that? He was like, I heard a crunch, but I didn't know what it was. I said, well, I'm going to tell you this one time. He said, well, hold on. Let me get my notebook out. So he got the notebook out. I gave him the license plate, and I told him what was the make of the car. And I said, and I don't know my name, and I don't have nothing else to say. Have a good night. Do what you're going to do. And I left it like that. Yeah. Spiritual. God, I'm so like, there's this part of me that's just cringing inside telling you all of this. But there's something about what I did. When I saw it happen to somebody else, I didn't think it was right. My natural inclination is, that's not right. When somebody did it to me, it was like, that's not right. But that night I did it to somebody. Oh, that was okay, right? Nah, baby. That's not how it works. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if you judge somebody else guilty for the same shit you guilty for, that you thought you were cool, yeah, you might want to watch out, because you might have to autocorrect some shit, correct your mistakes. This is a chance for me to correct my mistakes. So I'm going to eventually pay to get my car fixed too, and I'll pay for my mistakes. And part of that was, do I just let it go, or what the fuck? Well, that person had a really nice car, and I felt bad for them, because they're going to come out and their car is going to be fucking hit. That's fucked up. There was body damage. I'm just like, oh God. So take the lesson if it's yours. If not, just fucking leave it and laugh at me. That's fine. Okay. We're going to go into your next message. What's going on here? What is the download message from the Starseed Oracle perspective? None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. At the end of the day, none of this matters? What the hell? Everything is a matter of perspective. Yeah, you have one perspective when you're the one that hit somebody else's bumper, but you got a whole nother perspective when somebody else hit your bumper. Okay. So perspective is everything, but at the end of the day, none of this matters. Look out. Are you judging yourself guilty? Are you doing things that you know you're guilty of? Well, in correcting your mistakes, we have a calm, cool, and collected energy here, which is so true, because when I got hit, I was calm, cool, and collected. I wasn't even mad. I spoke really nice to the dude. It was all cool. When I hit my own car, oh my God, I still can't believe I did it. Calm, cool, and collected. I wasn't throwing a fit, none of that stuff, nothing. Did not freak out. So there's something here about being calm, cool, and collected as you go through and correct some type of mistake. Something here needs a different perspective. So this could be happening through an experience. It could feel very karmic. You can be able to relate it to something from your past as well, or not. This could be happening around you. It doesn't necessarily have to be happening to you. This could be explaining to you what's happening in somebody's life in your experience. You're going to have to take it as it relates. The bottom of the deck is the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. Okay. So there's been a huge awakening. Perspective is everything in this situation. It's an opportunity to do things differently, to, with the air quotes, correct your mistakes. Okay. How do you work your light in this situation? How do you work your light in this situation? Well, number one, you stay calm, cool, and collected. Okay. And you trust your path. Praise. It says trust your path. And then it came out with another card, and it says break the chain. Trust your path, break the chain. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And you know what? When I had this epiphany and I realized, oh, that's what the fuck this is all about. Okay, well, that's cool. Let's just go ahead and go through this experience, so we can move on to something different. I'm like, I'm okay with that. If that's all I got to pay, okay, I'm okay with that. The bottom of the deck is deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So there's been this period where you've been being refreshed, okay? You've been being refreshed through some awakening and activation energy, okay? That came through learning to laugh at your demons. In other words, gaining a level of mastery over your own shadow elements, okay? And you saw this, you materialize these opportunities. Now some things are up in the air. You don't know how it's going to change things. What you do know, is to work your light. To work your light. In this, you trust your path and you got to break the chain, okay? Trust your path, and you got to break the chain. Got to do something different this time to get a different outcome. All right. And for me, that whole car situation is very different for me because my normal inclination is to freak out and all that stuff. But I've changed so much through this period of replenishment and this awakening that I'm just more calm, cool, and collected no matter what. So in this experience, that feels like it's relevant. Okay. Spiritual guidance is always available for you, and you are protected from harm. Let's see, what do we have from the Sacred Traveler Oracle as guidance? What's the most valuable message you have here for the love and peace and happiness? Try it at this time. Jeremy says, a ripple travels around and around the world, and we may never know where or if it ends. That's absolutely true. Guidance is miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. I love. The bottom of the deck is cleansing waters. Purification activates life force. We did talk about a spiritual activation happening, okay? And dude, miracles are natural when you understand that you are here, you are divine. There's been a purification. And that's what I was just talking about, clearing out old karma because you done lived the other side. Somebody here, you cheated on somebody when you were really young, and guess what? You got cheated on recently. Or maybe you cheated on somebody, then somebody cheated on you, then you became the other woman. That could have happened too. For somebody it did, okay? This experience here is happening so you can clear out old energies, correct your mistakes, do things different. By your choices, God's promise is if you do the right thing, you do the right thing, you're going to see a lot more miracles in your life. And if you do the wrong thing, you're still going to see miracles in your life, but the miracles are going to be here to help you correct your mistakes. Somebody's like, oh, fuck you, Melinda. I don't like that. I heard you, baby. I heard you. All right. It's up to you, though. Consequences and repercussions, right? So, just heard to put 3 shuffles on the Tarot of Mystical Moments here. For our tarot spread today, we'll be pulling 9 cards to see what's going on with you and what's going on around you, that you are remaining calm, cool, and collected. So I'm getting to cut the deck again, put it back together again, and pull from the top. But before we do the bottom of the deck, what do we have? Oh, the Two of Swords, decisions, honey. It's all about your decisions. The decisions you make are so important. Every choice has its consequences and repercussions. Every action results in a reaction of some sort. So your energy is showing up today as the Hermit. You're checking yourself. You're asking yourself. You're checking about your plan. You're checking in with yourself. Okay. You are trusting in your own guidance, trusting in your inner guidance. You could be withdrawing from others, going into yourself in this energy. Okay. Spending time in solitary confinement. Oh, Lord, I hope you're not spending time in solitary confinement, but it could feel like that at some point. I hear, okay, interesting. All right, let's see what's going on in your head. You have justice. You know it's karmic. That's what we were just talking about. So you're checking yourself. You're seeing karmic repercussions of things that are going on. Let's look at what's going on in your relationships. We have the Ace of Wands. Oh, there's a new person presenting in your relationships. Okay. Let's see what's happening in your creative inspirations. You have the Nine of Cups. You're like, hold on, your big creative inspiration is, no matter what's going on, I can be happy. I can be calm, cool, and collected. Nothing is the end of the world. I got this. Okay, that's what it feels like. What actions you're taking is the Two of Cups. You're coming with love to the table. No matter what, you're coming with love to the table. We love this. All right, let's see. What are the emotional aspects here? Is the Eight of Pentacles. Emotional aspects is this is karmic cycles. I can work on this. I can do it better. I can create a better outcome. I can create a better product. Okay. What's going on in your subconscious about this? We have the Ace of Cups, self-love energy. Okay. I hear I've learned and I've grown so much. I've learned and I've grown so much. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on in the practical matters in this experience. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, this is about your intuition as well, more importantly than any zodiac sign. About intuition, and your inner strengths are showing up with the Page of Wands. You're always ready for a new adventure. You learn from the past. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from what you've experienced before. Okay, you're always able to find how this is working out for you, even if things aren't the funnest to go through. Like, you're able to discover, how is this serving you? Why is this happening? How can I utilize this for myself moving forward to make my life better? Okay, so that is our spread today. They're telling me to break the spread up and set it up here differently now for my viewing, now that I've shown you all the cards. So give me one moment while I follow the guidance I'm getting. And then we're going to shuffle up the Osho Zen Tarot and the cue cards as we get ready to delve deeper into each of these positions and see what is the calm, cool, and collected download really about today. All right. So it's about decisions. We know that from the bottom of the Tarot of Mystical Moments deck. Oh, and we're also going to use my handmade clarifying oracles as we go through each of these positions. All right. So our first position is about you. Are you a Virgo? Are you by yourself? Are you a homebody? Are you somebody who, you could be very philanthropic, okay? Studying esoterics, mysticism. Somebody is out fishing. You recently went out fishing. Somebody went out, cast a line recently. Somebody here, you're a swimmer. I see a swimmer here. You love to swim. You're always in the water. You're like a fish. You might be a Pisces. Okay. Somebody here, though, this is all about you trusting your own inner guidance right now. Having found truth within your journey, you know that there are certain levels of your journey that only you can take. You got to take them on your own, I hear. You've learned that when you take other people's advice, that doesn't always turn out so well for you. So you're really trusting in your own advice more than ever before at this time is what I'm hearing. So we're going to go ahead and pull our first clarifier here from the Osho Zen Tarot. Let's get in. We have the Hermit with the Four of Swords turning in, coming out with courage, the Strength card here, coming out with laziness, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, and stress, the Seven of Wands. Now, interestingly enough, when I asked if there was a title today, the first probability that I heard was too blessed to be stressed. And they're like, nope, that's not the title. I'm like, okay. But yet here's the word stress, right? So somebody here, too blessed to be stressed. Is that one of your sayings? Because if it is, they're saying you're still talking about being stressed in that. It doesn't behoove you to talk about anything that you don't want to experience, okay? So that's when we switched it to calm, cool, and collected. Okay. So I just see somebody here. You check yourself. I see you watching. Here you are, calm, collected with the laziness card of the Nine of Cups. You got your wish fulfillment. You know how to maintain an emotional mastery, emotionally independent from situations, because you're watching a situation that's happening here and it's a whole freaking disaster. It's a whole mess. It's very stressful, but not to you, because you know how to keep yourself cool. How do you do that? You stay in your power because you meditate, you take your time alone, you make sure you make time to cleanse your own energy, and you remember that you have power beyond that which is normal. The scripture coming through that you have power beyond that what is normal is what I'm hearing about you. Now, from the cue cards, it says cut ties. So there is a separation happening here. But we were talking about breaking the chain, healing ancestral patterns, and rewriting the future. So I see that there is definitely, if nothing else, you could be cutting ties to an actual person, or more likely an experience. Okay. Let's see what we have in this from our handmade oracles for today's download. Show me why the Hermit is here in your energy, because this is talking about you. All right, about you. Let's see what else we have. And it says, that thing that you once thought, my nose, they got my nose going off. That thing that you once thought was impossible is about to come through and true for you. So if you have any little karmic cycles that are coming through right now, go through them with the heart of gratitude and joy. And like I said, it could have been so much worse. It really wasn't that bad in my case, right? Go through them with gratitude, because it's clearing that little dysfunctional shit out of your energy, because something fantastic is coming in your life. You got to cut that pattern. You got to cut that karmic experience out. It has no room in the new experience. It's not supposed to be there. So there's something, it feels like clearing out that little bumper, that little ding in the bumper damage is going to turn out to be a great thing. Why? Because if you don't clear that experience, okay, and do it the right way this time, they're screaming about telling the truth, about being honest. I hear honest Abe. Somebody's name is Abraham coming through. Being honest in a situation. We were talking too recently about the sacred secretion and how people use all these physical ways to create a sustainable energy within their body, so that way that sacred secretion can go down their spine and then re-emerge to travel up the spine, so they can have those spiritual downloads and epiphanies. But lying makes your body an unhospitable energy for that to happen. So your honesty truly is everything. It is so important for you to be honest, okay? And that's one thing that's coming through here. It's like this thing that you once thought is impossible is about to come through and true for you. And it has a lot to do with your honesty. See, that Hermit card energy was giving us so much check yourself before you wreck yourself energy. Yeah. Because those lies, those little cheating, those little deceptive behaviors, wrecking into people's cars and taking off like it ain't a problem, all that shit comes back to us. What we put out there comes back to us. And we need to clear this energy, because it's not to be part of what we have coming in for us, okay? And so Spirit is here assisting us to clear the path for a better experience in what's to come. Let's look at your mind about this. Is justice on your mind? Is doing things the right way. The truth stands tall, okay? Clearing those karmic cycles. What else do we have with that? The burden, the Six of Swords energy, the burden, The burden. Six of Swords talks about moving away from difficulties and challenges, but in this image, it looks like somebody here is riding on another person's back. And the person who is carrying the other one is freaking exhausted. And the other one is just barking orders, okay? So there's some sort of mental weight. The energy of the weight of the karma of admitting out loud that I hit somebody's car and I took off. I knew it was wrong and I did it anyway. And now all that shit is coming home to roost. Okay. So there's something here about the burden. You can't get out of it unless you face the balance. You're gonna have to always balance the karmic scales in some type of way. And somebody's like, I should just fucking give up now. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's not as hard as you think it is. You got this. And when you make the right choice, spirit supports that. So that helps. It makes it easier. Okay. All right. What else do we have with this justice? We have experiencing in the Three of Pentacles. Experiencing in the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So Three of Pentacles is a very cooperative energy. And we see this lady here. It looks like me on Florence. She's got her hands on the tree. So there's some energy here of grounding as well. Grounding, because I use the tree. Even in meditation, I'll visualize Florence, the tree in front of my house that I just moved out of, and visualize, putting my hands, because Florence had a face. So I'll put one hand on her cheek and one hand would go on her forehead, and my forehead would go right to the third eye of this tree because it has all that. So there's something here about in that energy being able to ground out. So as you're moving forward, karmic situation, you're staying grounded in this. Eight of Pentacles, ordinariness. Eight of Pentacles is that's my karma card. Okay. And we did have the Eight of Pentacles did come out for us in our spread today as well. And it's in the position of the actions. Hold on. Is that correct? No, it's in a position of the emotional aspects. Yes, that's right. I remember now. Okay. So what else do we have? Creativity, Empress energy. Okay. Interesting. I want to note, because I'm not going to shuffle. Well, the plan right now is not to shuffle anymore. At the bottom of the Osho Zen Tarot, we have the Hermit energy again. In this card, it's called aloneness. Interesting. And it's just a guy. He's walking alone in the night. You can see a hill off in the distance and in front of him. And he could just see the light of the moon shining through some clouds, okay, in a dark night. There's not a whole lot there. He's very alone on this journey. So in this experience, you're thinking to yourself, it's time for karma. I've been carrying some sort of burden. And in this experience, I can change a cycle, okay, with love and nurturing and hope. All right, what else do we have in your headspace? Is the doors fly open? Yeah, see, if you do this, if you go through this karmic cycle this way, the right way, if you hit the same place from a different headspace this time, that the doors will fly open for you energetically, okay, and in your physical life as well. What else do we have for you? They said they would change. I've seen it. They are what they say, changed, better, and improved. The divine cosign is saying there is a change for the better. I'm hearing about you. About us, okay? The way you handle the situation this time is different. So it results in a change for the better for you, okay? Our next position we're going to talk about is relationships. They're saying there's a new person showing up in relationships, but chances are you're very independent right now. You're solitary, right? You're single. Single as a dollar bill, baby. What else do we have clarifying this? We have trust. Full card energy, trust. We have adventure, okay? Page of Pentacles energy, ready for a new adventure, okay? What else? We have fighting, warrior mentality coming up, okay? That's the Knight of Swords energy. What else? Conditioning, the devil, okay? Devil energy. What do we have from the cue cards? It says, tough it out. Tough it out, tough it out. I laugh. Okay. And from the guiding lights, the current path is blocked, stalled, troubled for a reason. Don't resist, turn around and go with the flow. You cannot run away from the karmic repercussions, the consequences and repercussions for the choices and decisions that you have made. You must face them. Okay. So in regards to your relationships, there's a period here where you're ready to go on a new adventure. Somebody's ready to go on a new adventure. This could be very triggering for you. Tough it out. You're going to be okay. you're on your own for a reason, and it has to do with you confronting some ideas within yourself, negative ideas that you've held on to. That's coming up here as well. I don't know why my microphone was silenced on the wisdom app, but I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So in your relationships, it just seems like there's a situation here where, like, you've toughed it out all you can. Okay, you got to deal with some kind of negativity here, deal with the unhealthy connection, deal with it's got to be done. I feel like if you haven't done that already, then you're finding blockages, you're finding trouble there right now. It's getting really tough. But I do see that in your relationships, most of you here, you've already broken free. So I'm dealing with a whole lot of single people here, is what they're showing me. Okay, single for one way or another, whether it was your choice or not, they're not mentioning that. They're just showing me that that's what it is. And your creative inspirations, wish fulfillment. It's like as you answer your own needs, okay, you're finding solutions, creating happiness for yourself. This is like, oh my God, your nails, it's like a walking billboard. I'm like, well, I only do other people's nails because I do my own nails. So it's like, as you find this is spurring you to creation. You find a need for yourself. You satisfy that need for yourself. Okay, you're inspired to do it for somebody else coming to you for it as well as a result. Okay, your creative inspiration of the Nine of Cups is being clarified by the Star card energy, and it says silence. Okay, what else? We have the Tower card energy with the Thunderbolt. We also have traveling with the Eight of Wands energy. And Queen of Cups energy, receptivity. Coming from the Q Oracle, we see Messenger, good news. Okay, and one more. I could have, I should have, I would have, but I did not regrets. Okay. So, interesting. Somebody here, you've been, oh God, I hate what I'm about to say. I really hate what I'm about to say because this is so not my personality. But somebody here, you've been waiting to hear from somebody, you feel like they're going to tell you they're sorry. They owe you an apology. I really hate what's coming out of my mouth. Surprisingly enough, it seems like somebody's going to really get that. Yep. Because there's something in your experience where it's like, it's karmic that they have to apologize to you. They have to. This is part of their freaking karma. They have to apologize to you. I hear because they were really adamant that somebody apologized to them in their past. And now so, I just saw this. Wow, they just got real clear. There's somebody here who, in your experience, you're having somebody here who owes you an apology. And the reason why it matters is because that person, they really did some hateful acts or cast some spell or had some ugly, hateful, vengeant, ugly ass energy towards another person. And it was something to the effect of, until they apologize to me, nothing will grow right in their life. Whoa. You didn't even see this coming. I heard you didn't even see this coming. You're just happy minding your business. But it's destiny and it's fate that somebody's life is going to fall around until they give you an apology. And why do I not like this? It's because I don't wait for people to fucking apologize to me. And I don't offer an explanation. The last person that wanted to meet up with me because they were interested in getting to know me was late as a motherfucker. And so I was like, no, as a matter of fact, don't come. They were like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I never replied. After that, I just never replied anymore. So there's something here about like maybe you don't even fucking care about whether or not somebody owes you an apology. You don't even care to get one. Somebody has to apologize to you. I didn't say so. You didn't say so. God said so. Why? Because they put some energy on somebody else's life. It's like, everything's going to be fucked up until they apologize to me. Guess what? They're living the karmic repercussions of that. And didn't I start this whole thing telling off a cringingly embarrassing story about how I'm living that right now? This is happening in somebody's life. This is real shit. All right. Let's see what else we have. Okay. So in regards to your actions, I'm going to lay these cards just a little bit differently here. They're guiding me to be able to see the titles of them. Okay. In regards to your actions, you have the Two of Cups. You're just out here just loving. You can relate. You're like, well, I get it. You know, I did this before I did. You're not even mad about nothing. You ain't even got hate for nobody. You're not even mad at somebody. You just letting them. You're calm, cool, and collected. Honey, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Okay, what else? Clarifying this Two of Cups in your actions. You have clinging to the past, the Five of Swords. Ooh, somebody is going. Excuse me, Five of Cups. Somebody is clinging to the past. It's creating a whole jumble mess in their head because they won't let go of the past. Okay. You're not holding on to the past. You're coming at this with love. What else? Projections, the Seven of Cups. That's why you're able to come at this with love, because whatever somebody did, you know, it was a projection of their own fears, worries, insecurities, self-perception out here. Okay, what else? There we go. Friendliness, Two of Cups. I heard you might blow somebody's mind because you actually speak to them friendly, not rude. What the heck? What else? The Source, because God is guided you. Okay, you are divine. You are divinely guided. We said that already. What was that at? Hold on a second. Let me find this card. It said, I swear I've seen this, that you were divinely guided, spiritually guided. It is. It's at the bottom of, there it is. No, that's not it. Oh man, I really thought it was here. I swear I saw the card. I know where it is. I know where it is. I found it. It's right here. It's the Angel. I got so many cards on the table. It's the Angel card. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. You know you're spiritually guided. Is your spirit here guiding you to be kind and loving to your enemy, placing hot coals on their head, where they know that if they don't apologize to you and correct their mistake, it's going to go worse for them. I heard that's ding, 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 ding. We're hitting it right on the head, they said. Yeah, they said that's exactly what it is. Oh, boy. All right. So in regards to your emotional aspects, are you just busy creating, getting all up in your arts with this Eight of Pentacles? You know, this is an emotional cycle, though, for you, a karmic emotional cycle. So let's see what's clarifying that. We have the Queen of Pentacles energy with flowering. She got a little bit of Cruella de Vil going on with her hair, some black on one side, white on the other side, giving us the idea of understanding the contrast. She is balanced so it can grow. Okay. So emotionally, you're very much growing. You're focused on your work. Okay. Intensity, Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands energy, divine inspiration. Somebody coming to you. They really are like, they gotta take a dump urge to come to you. Okay. What else? The Four of Pentacles, participation. Okay. That's participation. They want to work with you. Okay. They're being guided to come to you, work with you, come to you, apologize to you about how they did not work with you, the inner voice. This is the High Priestess energy. Yeah, somebody's intuition is telling them like they need to work with you. They need to get with you. They need to make something work. They need to work on it. Okay, lucky that they were lucky to meet you. Okay, interesting. You know that you're lucky. Hold on. Let me take this back to you real quick. Last card for this position. You have so many people who need your time and energy. So I decided to pull out of the competition for your attention worthiness. Okay, so in your emotional aspects, I just see you. You know your worth. You're not finna sit up here and get in a competition for somebody to love you and to treat you right. And you're not trying to train somebody on how to love and all that stuff. You're just busy minding your business, focusing on your self-evolution and growth and personal awareness, okay? Building stability in your life and listening to your intuition. That is what is important to you emotionally. It's what makes you feel fulfilled. And you know that you are blessed beyond blessed. You know you are lucky. You could thank your lucky stars. This lucky card is coming out. You could be my lucky star. Could you shine on me wherever you are? Okay, listen. You trust in your intuition. That's your lucky star. And your intuition told you not to worry about this situation in the past, I hear. Okay. In the subconscious aspects of this situation, we have the Ace of Cups. So what's affecting your subconscious is you got self-love, like for real, girl. We ain't just talking about it. Like you really did it. You really do love yourself. You really got it. Look at you. You're so beautiful. What else? The Three of Swords, isolation. The truth that hurts like a bee but sets you free. What else do we have here? The Dream, the Six of Cups. Okay, so you accepted the truth that hurts like a bee but sets you free about the past. Okay, about the past. What else? The World completion. You are over it. You've leveled up because of that. What else? The Miser, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, holding back your energy. Regaining new stability. Okay. So there's a situation here I see, like what's affecting your subconscious is, you are really in the energy of self-love so strong to where it's helped you overcome all the heartbreak and disappointment of the past. Where people were greedy with you, where somebody was a miser in your experience, they held back from you, they held back love, they tried to steal from you, they tried to hurt you, they did whatever. Even having a different perspective, giving you more self-love, okay, about where you did that in the past. That's what helps you move through this situation with easier because you've been there before. We already said that. What else do we have here? Please stand by. So it's like subconsciously, it's going to take a little bit of time. You got to get stable in this self-love energy. This level up is real, okay? But it takes time for it to materialize into the physical 3D experience. Thank you. What else in your subconscious aspects? I am influential. The potency of my deliberately and intentionally guided energy always evokes a reaction of some sort in order to climb the vibrational ladder to alignment, one rung at a time. So in your subconscious, you're influential in your experience. You're powerful. You're raising your vibration. And you're always doing that. That everything, no matter what it looks like on the surface, if it looks happy or ugly, like maybe you dinged your car and it was like, oh, fuck, okay. But now it's like, oh, shit. Because you know what it's giving me? It's giving me is it a Buddhist story? The man, oh, God, his horse ran away and they were like, oh, that's too bad. And he said, maybe. Then the horse came back the next day and brought like 4 or 5, I don't know how many more wild horses with it. Oh, wow, your horse came back and brought you more horses. Wow, you're lucky. He said, maybe. Then his son was trying to train the horses and fell down and broke his leg. And they were like, oh, my God, how unfortunate for you. And he was like, well, maybe. And then the military came around looking to enlist soldiers who were able-bodied. And because he had a broken leg, he couldn't go. And the neighbor was like, dang, you're lucky. Your son had a broken leg. They didn't take him to war. And he said, maybe. So the point of it is, you don't know. But maybe when we got the notice that we had to move out of the house, it's like, damn, my daughter and the young lady that was rooming with us, and I sat at the dinner table overnight while children were sleeping. It's like, well, this could be the most amazing thing to happen for us. And the roommate said, maybe. And we all just laughed because on the surface, it looks like, this is a fucked up situation. I got like a month to move. I wasn't planning on moving financially, intellectually, physically, in any type of way. Fuck. That's where it sat at before we had this conversation. And it's like, okay, well, this actually could be the best thing to ever happen to us. Maybe. You don't know. When I dinged my car, I didn't judge the situation, but somebody could say, well, damn, that's fucked up. And you could say maybe to that, because now I'm looking at it like, dang, that was a chance to clear that little shit up out of my karmic energy, out of the repercussions for the consequences and the decisions that I had made. Okay, maybe, maybe. I heard there's something here about, how not to judge a situation like anything else, but this is an opportunity. Okay, there's something here about that. In the practical matters, Queen of Cups, you're freaking psychic. You're loving, you're nurturing, you're receptive. And you have this loving loyalty in you, very loyal. I'm getting the energy of loyalty here. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. All right, coming out with beyond illusion, judgment. I hear you. All right, what else? We have ripeness, the 9 of Pentacles. Yes, what else? We have innocence, the Sun card. Yes. And what else? Consciousness. I love this. So in regards to practical matters, let's keep going. Hold on. We have the big deal, the big freaking deal. Okay. And one more from the cosign, divine cosign says, you feel it's time to be all about you. Let them fend for themselves. Yeah, do that. Okay. That's from the divine cosign. So there's something here about in your practical matters. Intuitively, you knew this was coming. Okay. So you use your wise judgment. You use your wise judgment to use your time wisely, knowing you only have a certain amount of time before the situation changes. Okay. The situation inevitably is bound to change. Making the best use of your time and your experience at this time. Okay. And as you clear any karmic energies. So if you're dealing with little karmic repercussions for the BS you did before, right now you really need to be grateful for that shit. Don't be pissed off. Be grateful. Wow, Melinda, how am I supposed to be grateful for this shit? Because something huge about to come through and true for you. You need to let everybody deal with their own shit. You need to deal with your own shit. Okay, because honey, the sun is about to shine and it has to do with your consciousness. This whole reading, everything we've been talking about is a difference in consciousness between then and now. Okay. And that's what made you do things differently then. They have you reliving this karmic cycle now, probably in matters of the heart. Okay. So that you can do things with better judgment instead of being caught up in an illusion. Okay. And this is important because Spirit has a big deal here for you. This is awesome. Okay. Interesting. Let's go into your inner strengths in this is the Page of Wands. You are great at investigating. Oh gosh. I gotta go get this painting from the dining room. You guys hold on. I have to show it to you. They're telling me to get my ass up and go get it. I'm just gonna need y'all to hold on for a second while I go get this. Because if I don't get it, then I'm gonna have Spirit yelling at me for the rest of the evening that I didn't listen. I don't even know if you can hear me anymore. But I'm getting the painting now. Okay, here it is. And this painting is important to show you because when I was done painting, I was like, why are those letters different? I did everything else and it looks all the same except for those 2 letters right there. So there's a message in this painting. Okay, here it is. It's my polka dots, and it says love, peace, and happiness, and I made it like a smiley face. Everything is quite uniform. Everything is quite the way it was supposed to be, except for that P and that I stood out to me. Why is the PI? Because you have to be the best private investigator of where is the love, peace, and happiness in this for me. This is in your inner strengths. You have an uncanny ability, or you're developing it, and it's getting much stronger, and it's being highlighted here today, to look at any situation, do the investigation, and find out where's the love, peace, and happiness in it for you today. Okay. Seriously? I don't... If somebody wants to take it home, you can have it, but you're going to have to send me $250 US. That's what I just heard. And it's as is. I'll send it to you. Oh, God. Don't buy my painting because that means I got to try to recreate another one exactly the same. And it doesn't always come out exactly the same. And I really love this one. But if somebody sends me $250, I'm supposed to share my art. So there's that. All right. But you are the best private investigator of fucking shit. Where's the love, peace, and happiness in your life? This is a skill that is developed with time. It's not immediately possible. So let's see what is clarifying this Page of Wands. The Six of Wands. Jasmine, if you send me $777, honey, I have to send it to you because that's more than what I asked for. But that's also something that they're showing me is happening for me. I'm like, okay. Success. Six of Wands. You've had success in the past, okay, in this, finding this. You're very successful finding the love, peace, and happiness in your life. What else we have? The King of Pentacles. Hello. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, the King of Pentacles. I love. Okay, what else? The Two of Wands energy, possibilities. There's a choice and a decision. And suppression, the 10 of Wands to end a situation. Okay. With the Dead End. Hey, it's just what we've been talking about. Stay on the course. For on your current trajectory, you meet a pleasant surprise. Right now, it looks like you're making a decision to end a karmic cycle, to end a pattern of behavior in your life. Okay, you know something is coming to an end in your life. You can sense it. You saw it coming. See, this card, I started making more time to lay in my bed and watch movies with the boys or play cards with the boys because I knew my intuition started showing me the boys aren't going to live with you forever. They're going to move away. Instead of always going off with your friends and going off by yourself, my spirit showed me for the last at least a year, take more time with the kids, spend more time with the kids. So I did spend more time with the kids. And now that the children have moved on, I'm able to go through this. And it's not hard. It just feels like the natural evolution. So there's something here about, this is the course you've been on. You had some insight that something had to change. Okay. Even if it's a karmic repercussion for some shit that you did a long ass time ago, your intuition is telling you, oh, that's why this is happening. I did that one fucked up thing a long time ago. Now it's time to clear that karma. Okay, I got it. Go through it with the right energy because your success in this is your decision to end that suppressive, weighty energy. Okay, it puts that karmic cycle at the dead end, baby. And on this path, Spirit says you will meet a pleasant surprise. Wow. So we had... at the bottom here, we had another Hermit energy, which was your energy. Let's see what's below that. Schizophrenia, Two of Swords. Schizophrenia, listen. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. There aren't two sets of laws, okay? If you judge yourself guilty, if you judge somebody else guilty for the same shit you do, guess what? That same law applies to you. What else? Control. Okay. This is King of Swords energy. And maturity, Empress energy. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is like, yeah, you've had some time to think about the choices you made where you tried to control situations, and you've had a major breakthrough here. That's what I see. At the bottom of the cue cards, what do we have? Take a look at yourself. The freaking mirror coming through. Wow. So something is happening in your life. What's below the mirror? Mere seconds to spare, a bomb. Okay, you can see a bomb about to go off. It's a win-win situation, okay? And cha-cha-cha. Just do the dance, honey, because 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Do the dance because you know something's about to go off. Something's happening here. At the end of the day, it's better for you. It may not be the most pleasant experience to have, but you're able to look into your memory bank and remember where you thought it was okay for somebody else to deal with this. So guess what? That was your turn. Okay. Bottom of the deck here. Again, with the whole this is on your path type of thing. Because it says the path you have chosen is taking you in a roundabout way to the destination you have chosen, honey. Yes, I love this. All right. So what I see is there's a situation here. You saw this coming in some type of way. You're good at looking for where things are working out for you. That serves you very well now. And this is going to help you get through any breakups, endings, any of this that's happening now. But everything is about perspective. It's about a chance to do things the right way. Okay, things are up in the air. You may not know exactly where they're going to land and where things are going to sit at the end of the day. But what you do need to know is that miracles are working for you as you're making the decision to do things from a spiritually guided place. You find that the most difficult part of a situation is over, and you will receive a gift. Okay, so there are rewards and gifts in life for doing the right thing at the end of the day. And somebody's like, oh, are there really? Let's get the divine mind on this before we go into our alpha and omega messages. Okay, the King of Pentacles, honey, came out. And what did it come out with? It came out with the King of Wands. Oh, wow. Interesting. Give me something on this King of Pentacles. The Star. Wow. Destiny, fate. Okay. Blessings. And the Three of Wands. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Oh my God. So this is everything here. This is all about you. All these kings, this is not about somebody else in your experience. They're showing me this is all about you. This is about you acting from a place of emotional mastery. Okay. Not trying to hide. Using your resources and your actions in the upright manner, you know, to break the chains in your life and prove that you trust the path that you are on. Okay. Wow. That's powerful. So let's go into your alpha and omega messages from the Angel Tarot. We have the Guardian of Emotion, which is perfect, I'm hearing, because the title was Calm, Cool, and Collected. So no matter what this karmic repercussion situation is, little bumper damages, it is, you're calm, cool, and collected through the whole thing. Because you have a level of emotional mastery. That level of emotional mastery keeps you level-headed enough that you're able to act in an upright way and use your resources wisely. Okay. This situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. Yes, you're surrounded by those who have only the best of intentions. So you can rely on the guidance you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card also indicates a generous humanitarian, a refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reference to these characteristics within yourself. I heard they are. Let's see from the postcard from Spirit, our final message today. Dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting, scratch that, you are a materializing master, and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life. Money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whenever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough, and abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing, then the seeing happens, loving you more and more every day. This is the download message that we have for you at this time. So stay calm, cool, and collected. Whether it's you or someone in your experience is dealing with this karmic cycle shit, don't worry about it. It's actually blessing at the end of the day. Because if the shit don't come out, you can't flush it. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, bye-bye. That's all, folks. God, I love what I do. What an empowering message.